All right, welcome back. We've had some significant issues here, some internet problems with the computer. Hopefully, we are back on. The score here is 16-0 after a first quarter that saw the Stars up 6-0. Right as our stream unfortunately cut away, Western Boone got an interception on the play. And a couple of plays later, right around midfield, Marcus Fortner on a jet sweep had a 50-yard touchdown run. Stars converted a 2-point conversion and went up 14-0. And ever since then, there have been a couple other big plays. Western Boone got another interception. I cannot remember who got the first one. The second one was Philip Talbot, the one that was not live. And Western Boone was unable to convert on 4th and 1 at around the 15. And then Southmont fumbled around that same spot, and then Western Boone again was unable to convert on a 4th and 1. And just before halftime, with under a minute left, Western Boone got a safety on a sack of quarterback Nolan Boyer, and it put the Stars up 16-0. So some great defense from Western Boone offense, having a couple of troubles in short fields, but Stars have the 16-0 lead, and they've been dominant on the defensive side of the ball. Again, the score is 16-0 Western Boone. It was 6-0 when we left off. Been working tirelessly to get back on, especially Matt Foxworthy doing everything he could to figure it out. So that is the update. We apologize for the inconvenience, and hopefully nothing goes wrong in this second half and we could have a good second half of playing here. We got about a minute before we'll be back on for the second half. So, Carson, I know obviously we were working to try and get some things worked out here, but whenever we were able to look out on the field, you notice anything big between these two teams?
Yeah, Western Boone's defense has been playing good all day and have not let up any points yet.
That's really been the thing that's given them a really good shot to win this game so far, has been the defense. The offense, they've made some big plays, and they've also had a couple to come up just short. One of them was inches short. It was a run by Clyde McKeegan. It looked very close and ended up being just short. And the second one, at this point, I'm going to be honest, I can't even remember. But it was also just about a yard short on that one. I believe it might have been an inside run to somebody. I believe it was Bruins or Jacob Smith, one of the two running backs with 3 on their jersey. But basically, Western Boone has controlled most of this game, but they have not quite pulled away yet. So hopefully we can get you a good second half of action as we're getting ready for the second half kickoff. Southmont does get the benefit of getting the ball first. Western Boone chose to receive the opening kickoff. And so Southmont gets the second half kickoff here. Should be an exciting half, as the Stars and Mounties both looking for their 5th wins of the year and their 3rd in conference, both at a 500 conference record. Philip Talbot getting ready for the kickoff here, and the Stars wanting to do what they have done all game on defense, which is dominate up front. Kickoff here for the second half is underway, and the kickoff is fumbled and then picked back up over there, and pretty solid return considering the fumbled return there. Give credit to Dylan Howell, who kept it alive after initially bobbling it. 11:53 in this third quarter here. 16-0 Stars. Huge drive for the Mounties to try and get some momentum offensively. Nolan Boyer with the handoff right here, and that is Wyatt Woodall again He's been the workhorse so far, like he has been all season for the Mounties. He gets a solid chunk on first down. Run game for both of these teams has had some struggles throughout this game. Both defensive lines have played excellently in stopping the run. Woodall got 4 and makes it 2nd and 6 here. Three receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Just going to hand it off again to Woodall, and he's just, it looks like, going to get back to the line of scrimmage and got, looks like 1 yard is what Woodall was able to get. A good job by the Western Boone defensive line to find where Woodall was going, and it makes it 3rd down and 5, and this has been the big struggle spot for Southmont so far, is these 3rd downs. Boyer obviously with the 2 interceptions. He went into the game with 3 total on the year. One of them a tip drill that got picked off, and the other one just slightly overthrew his target. 3rd down and 5. Rush is coming, gets out of it, and just going to be brought down around the line of scrimmage. Great job by Western Boone to close in on him. Carter Markham, Philip Talbot, and Drew Gott were the 3 stars in around him to make the play. Boyer, in fact, did lose a yard, so it goes for a sack. And Western Boone going to get the ball back after the punt coming up here from Southmont. Boots it away, low kick, takes a bounce over to Tomes, who finds some room on the left side. Broke a couple of tackles. He's got room on the left sideline. And a nice return by Mason Tomes into Southmont territory. First down at the 43-yard line of Southmont. An excellent kick return by Mason Tomes, who broke away a couple of tackles there and was able to get an additional 30 yards on the return. Potter under center once again. Pitch back over to Marcus Fortner. He had a touchdown on a play similar to this earlier, and he gets a solid chunk here. There is a flag, and we'll see if that one holds up. And it looks like it's going to be against Western Boone, it looks like. We'll see. Yep. Be penalty on Western Boone. Looks like just offensive holding here. Not a lot of penalties by Western Boone in this game so far. They have played pretty clean. It's just been converting on 4th down has been the struggle for the Stars. They got one on their first touchdown drive, a 4th and 1 conversion, and they have missed 2 4th downs after that. And officially it is actually a block in the back, not a hold on Western Boone. It backs them up 10 yards, and they are stuck on 1st and 20, backs them back into their own territory. .9:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Potter operating under center once again. Throw it over to the near side to Fortner. There's another flag down, and he's going to get about the same sort of gain he got before. See what this one goes for here. And Western Boone, it's going to be another penalty against them. Certainly looks like, at least, and they're backing up. It's going to be blocking the back again for Western Boone. 2 of them, and they run the same sort of play 2 times in a row. Or at least a similar play. One of them, the pitch to the backfield, one of them a pass to Fortner. And both times, somebody on Western Boone had a block in the back. That makes it much more difficult. That'll be another big penalty. Makes it 1st down and 28. Western Boone needing to get down to the Southmont 33 for a 1st down. Now back at their own 41. Potter kept it himself, going down the near sideline, and a good run by Brandon Potter does not keep it off and fooled the defense. Tackle there by Kyler McCandless, but a solid gain to get a lot of what Western Boone needed back. Makes it 2nd and 12, a 16-yard run by Potter, who had a couple nice runs last week, and before that, not a lot of runs from him. He's made some plays on the ground when he's needed to. Much more manageable 2nd and 12 here. Potter under center here. Fakes the pitch, looking deep downfield, now goes to the near side, and it is caught in bounds. And Philip Talbot with the catch, one of the big difference makers for Western Boone. It looks like they'll be just short, about a couple yards short, maybe even less, as Potter found his target, Talbot. And he knew all along, with the pass rush coming at him, where he was going. He delivered it on time. A good throw by him. Potter at the line, 7 seconds on the play clock. Talbot in motion. Pitches it out to Talbot. Did not have the room that he wanted. There is a flag down as well. Talbot did not get to the first down mark. Be a little bit short, but we'll see what the flag goes for. Western Boone holding. And Southmont will accept the penalty. And it pushes Western Boone back once again. And these flags have also stopped the clock, so they've not been running the clock like they surely have wanted to. See where they officially decide to mark this one. It was 3rd and 2 before. And it backs them all the way up back to 3rd down and 12 here. So, Carson, we saw a pretty clean first half and second half here. Western Boone's come out and made some mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, what is it, 3 flags, 4 flags in one drive? They're really going to need to pick it up if they want to win this ball game.
Absolutely. This is the big thing that happened against North Montgomery, and the reason, one of the main reasons why the Chargers won. You got to give them credit for playing well, but a lot of penalties on Western Boone that certainly helped North Montgomery out. Potter back to pass, under immediate pressure, throws it down the sideline, and it just goes out of bounds, incomplete. There's another flag down, so we'll see what is for. Southmont motioning like it's against Western Boone again. Might have been another hold. And actually, it'll be an ineligible man downfield for Western Boone. One of the linemen couldn't quite catch who. Went too far. They'll decline the penalty, and Western Boone is going to be stuck on a 4th down and going to have to punt this one away. You'd assume. And that's what they'll do. So, Western Boone shooting themselves in the foot a little bit out here on this drive. But Southmont made the plays when they needed to. Only about a little less than 4 minutes have gone by in this quarter. Talbot picked up the low snap. Gets a pretty good punt right here. And did that went out right about an inch short of the end zone. As beautiful of a punt as you'll ever see. That might be the punt of the year. I don't know if that's really a thing, but
yeah, that's really an impressive punt by Philip Talbot.
He edged the sideline. It looked like it was going to go out from the angle we're at. I thought it was going to go out around the 5, and then it kept rolling, and just went out right at the 1. And I think Southmont was going to just let it go and hope that it went in the end zone, and it just goes out. So Southmont with very tough field position again, and we saw a safety last time they were this deep in. And now they're stuck in their own end zone, trying to make sure they don't have another safety here. Poyer takes a snap, Throws it deep downfield. Ball is caught. He's got a man going, and that's a touchdown. Nobody's even going to come close. An amazing throw and an amazing play to get this crowd going. Kyler McCandless, 99-yard touchdown, but I'm seeing now there is a flag down. We will see what that's for. They call it a touchdown, so it'll stand. Unbelievable play there. 99 yards downfield.
That was a really impressive throw and catch by Southmont.
As beautiful as you'll ever see.
Given they were at the 1 yard line in their own territory.
So the call there was a sideline warning for Southmont here. I guess just warning the Southmont side over here about something. Wasn't really sure what for. Couldn't really catch it. But just a warning, no penalty on the play. Southmont looking to go for 2 here and try and make it a one-score game. One play, 99 yards. That is unbelievable. See in a second Southmont talking this one over. So we'll see.
Touchdown counts.
Okay, so the touchdown's going to count. We're getting the call here. There's another penalty on Southmont. The touchdown will count either way.
Second penalty is enforced on the kickoff. Excuse me, on the extra point.
So whatever the penalty was, we haven't seen yet, Carson. We're trying to figure this one out.
Yeah, and it looks like the penalty is going to move him down the field for the PAT.
Yeah, so they're going to back him up on the attempt here. Touchdown stands 16-6. So it looks like it's just going to back him up to the Western Boone 12. They're going to go for 2 here, back them up 10 yards. Whatever the penalty was, we don't get a clarification. Looking to pass here. Boyer's got time over and gets absolutely slammed there. Oh, what a hit. Carter Markham laid the boom, helped Boyer get up. So good sportsmanship there. One of the biggest hits all year, and Boyer just unaware of what was coming after him. Markham with the biggest hit all season.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird that Southmont still went for the 2-point conversion after getting backed up 10 yards.
Yeah, my only guess there would be they might not be one of those teams that really goes for an extra point too much. Plus, if you back up the extra point 10 yards, it makes it a lot more difficult. So my assumption is that they just wanted to go for the 2 there, feeling like they had a better shot than getting a really long extra point. Either way, it was a tough play for them to convert anyway, and Boyer got blasted on that one, took the punishment. Thankfully, he got up just fine, so that's good to see. 16-6, Stars lead it after the incredible 99-yard touchdown from Nolan Boyer over to Kyler McCandless. And then there is a couple of penalties against Southmont on the play, but they were after the touchdown. One was a sideline warning. The other we still are not sure about. Could be unsportsmanlike conduct, since that's one that comes after a play a lot of the time. And Western Boone electing to enforce it on a 2-point try, and it ends up being no good. Having a little bit of trouble with replays here. We'll see what we can do to get that up eventually. That's why we did not have the replay on that touchdown there. Kick. Beautiful kickoff. Did not go out of bounds and stayed inside the 10. There's a flag down as well. got room on the near side was Fortner. There's a flag. In fact, I think it hit a Southmont player in the head. We'll see who it goes against. A lot of these normally go against the return team, and it's a Western Boone hold. Backs up Western Boone at 10 more yards.
There's been a lot of flags recently on Western Boone.
Exactly. A lot of flags in general in this game, but especially against the Stars. After a relatively clean first half penalty-wise, only had a couple. And most of them were committed by the Mounties in that first half, and now most of them have been Western Boone in the second. And they've got the lead, but definitely do need to clean that up to make sure they don't end up giving the lead back to Southmont. They control this game, but momentum shifting a little bit here after the big touchdown play. You know, Carson, I'm very glad we got back on air. We missed a couple of plays earlier in the second quarter, but that one, very, very glad that we were able to witness that one.
Yeah, glad we got it on air after missing one interception and a fumble.
Handoff was to Smith. He didn't get anything there. In fact, yeah, we'll just get back to the line. In fact, now they're going to mark it a yard back, and it's a tackle for loss. So Western Boone, the run game has really not worked over the last couple of drives, especially when they decide to go up the middle and not around the tackles. Have not gotten a lot going. We've not seen Bruins out there in a little while either. It's mostly been Jacob Smith at running back, with Luke Jackson out there occasionally as well. Potter fakes it, throws. The ball came out, and it's called a fumble, and Evan Allen picked it up for Western Boone and ran it forward. There was a flag as well. There's a lot going on this play. So before Potter's arm was going forward, the ball got knocked out, and that play, either way, is not going to count. It'll be a Weibo holding again, and they've really struggled with these penalties for a second here. Second down, and we'll see officially where they mark it. Goes to the 4-yard line. Second and 16 here. Make it 17 rather. Western Boone able to avoid what could have been a big defensive play to pick it up by Southmont. Evan Allen doing a good job getting on it and making them have to pick up that penalty as he goes deep downfield. It is caught! What a play by Brandon Potter. A beautiful throw over to Carson Saunders. A similar play to what we saw a second ago on the other side.
Yeah, that was a great catch by Carson Saunders.
Just remarkable. That was a dime by Brandon Potter. Can't throw it any better than that, just like the throw that Nolan Boyer had. Two of them kind of going back and forth.
Yeah, in the same field position also.
However, there's discussion now. There's a flag out. We did not see that. We're going to see. They're talking it over, so we'll see. So if it counts, it was a heck of a play. And it was a heck of a play either way. But this one might not stand. And in that case, Southmont would have to accept the penalty, you'd think.
Yeah, Western Boone's really going to have to clean up if they want to come out with the W in this ball game.
Absolutely. Waving the flag. So they talked it over, and the flag is not going to count. Whatever it was, we aren't sure. The flag gets picked up, and the play stands. Western Boone gets it at their own 45-yard line, a 41-yard pass play on a perfect throw from Brandon Potter to Carson Saunders in stride. Similar to Nolan Boyer's in-stride throw to Kyler McCandless. Saunders just unable to make that final breakaway. But it gets Western Boone now near midfield, the play they absolutely needed to gain some momentum back. And fortunate to avoid whatever that penalty might have been. 6:39 to go. This has been a lot more penalty-heavy second half so far compared to the first. So now going back into the huddle. Play clock is still not started yet. Play will start. 1st and 10 for Western Boone. Play clock now at 20. And 6:30 with the clock running in this game. It was a quick first half. This third quarter has taken a little while here. Fumble on the play. Potter was unable to get it and just having to get back on it. That was Mason Holmes. Not sure if that one goes on the center or the quarterback there. Just unable to get the snap in.
Yeah, either way, the offense is very lucky to recover that fumble.
Absolutely. Could have been another disaster for Western Boone. It could have been the second chance for Southmont to recover a fumble on this drive. The first one would have been inside the Weibo 10. This one would have been around inside the 40. So Western Boone does get it back, but they lost 8 yards. 2nd and 18 now. Potter fakes a pitch, immediate pressure, throws it deep downfield, has a man overthrown, incomplete, just barely missed. Marcus Fortner had another similar play like that earlier under immense pressure, very nearly got it to Fortner, but it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 18. It's been the most I think we've seen Potter throw the ball deep all season long. He's had quite a few passes downfield. Unable to connect on a couple of them. Hit the one earlier to Saunders to get them out of dangerous territory, but now they're stuck at 3rd and 18 and up 10. What do you do here as Southmont tries to get some momentum back? 5:37, 3rd and 18. Potter looking to pass. He will pass downfield. That one is caught. Can he get the first down? He does. Fortner. What a play by Potter to Fortner. Unable to connect a second ago. And gets it there. Fortner a little shaken up, but he does get up. What a play by Western Boone to pick up the first down on 3rd and 18.
Yeah, the ground game hasn't been really working for the Stars, but don't you think they just stick with throwing the ball?
Maybe so. It's working pretty well for them right now. I've had a couple misses, but I've had a couple of great plays. That one, Potter found Fortner in space, and Fortner able to cut up field and get the first down into Southmont territory at the Southmont 44. It's been a slugfest so far. Handoff here up the middle, and a good run to start this set here. It's Jacob Smith on the carry once again. He's been the primary back for Western Boone since pretty much this third quarter started, and even into that second quarter, he was getting a lot of carries. At the 40-yard line now, he gets about 4. And the problem is for Western Boone, the ground game, they've had some struggles. That was a good run there. Even with the struggles on the ground game, if a pass falls incomplete, clock stops. They're wanting to manage the clock as well, so they're just trying to find that balance to strike in this game. Handoff here once again. Gets a few yards, not enough for the first. Smith again. 3rd down and 2 at the 36-yard line of Southmont. Short yardage has normally been pretty good for Western Boone in terms of that conversion rate. This game, they've had a couple of 4th and shorts they've been unable to convert. 3rd and 2 here, trying to avoid that situation. Potter pitched it out to Mason Holmes, and he got the first down. Good play by Holmes. There's a flag out at the end of the play. That was way after the play had ended. We'll see what it goes for. Got to the 30. We'll see what they decide to call here. Came way out of the defensive side of the field. They're calling it holding on Western Boone in the very late flag. It's going to back Western Boone up 10 yards. 5 yards, rather. Make it 5. So, yeah, we'll see. Actually, they marked it about 4 yards, so might have been 10 from the spot wherever the penalty happened. Unsure about that. Does back the Stars up a few yards. Makes it 3rd and 6. Just going to keep it up the middle. And possibly setting up to go for it here on 4th down. Jacob Smith got a chunk of it.
Here recently, the Stars have been having trouble converting on 4th down. Do you think they're going to try for it this time?
We'll see. No, they are not. As I was about to say, I think they will. Oh, well, maybe, you know. Talbot is looking to punt. That is what they're going to do here. Kept it up the middle just to let some clock run down, I suppose. Talbot trying to pin the Mounties deep. It's a fake. Talbot is going to get the 1st down and more. Trying to break a tackle. He goes all the way. What a play by Philip Talbot. Touchdown, Western Boone on the fake punt. And I was a little surprised why the Stars weren't going for it on that one. There's why. Philip Talbot takes it all the way for a Western Boone touchdown, 37 yards.
That was a great play calling by Coach Pelly, catching the Mounties off guard on 4th and 3rd.
I can't give myself any credit, but I had just the slightest feeling, just because of the fact that the Stars kept it on the ground up the middle to gain a few yards. Normally you'd see them in that situation if they want the first and we're going to punt it, that they'd likely pass it. Here's Talbot to kick the extra point. Had one missed earlier, gets this one. And that's very important as he makes it a 17-point game, 3 scores now. Still having those replay problems. Not sure if we're going to be able to get that back up. So we apologize for that. But the fake punt, taking it all the way, was Talbot, who's been one of the top players on this team. Makes another huge impact play and really a gut punch for Southmont in this one. They felt like they had some momentum, had a chance to get the ball back. The only touchdown for Southmont in the game was that 99-yard touchdown pass. But other than that, they have not been able to do much offensively. Now, the special teams play by Western Boone and Philip Talbot, the Southmont Mounties really did not see that one coming. 2:29 on the clock. Talbot, who just had the punt fake taken in and had the extra point, going to kick it off here. A lot of big plays in this game so far. And Western Boone has been able to come out on top of most of those with a 17-point lead here on the road in the 3rd quarter. Kickoff taken in here. Getting to the near sideline. Big hit. There's a flag on the play as well.
That was great blocking by the Mounties to set up the good field position.
McCandless on the kick return. We will see, and it's going to be against Southmont, so looked like a great return. And Southmont, though, now they're starting to make some penalty mistakes, and they back themselves up to around, it's going to be at the 24 now. So they really have not had a lot of good starting field position throughout this game. Could have had a couple of chances on that last drive with those 2 fumbles. One of them, some sort of mistake on the QB center exchange, and the other one, the strip out of Brandon Potter's hand. Both of them, the Stars were able to get back on, and by doing that, they were able to extend that drive and go all the way in with the fake punt later on by Philip Talbot. Hand up the middle. He's got room, and that's Woodall. Good carry inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great play by the offensive line for the Mounties. They were able to split the defense and open up a gap for the running back.
Absolutely. One of the best carries of the night for Woodall. He's been one of the top guys on offense and defense for the Mounties. Throw over to the near side is caught, and getting solid return is Howell, Dylan Howell, number 14. And Philip Talbot again made a big play as he made the tackle there. A 4-yard pickup. So the good news for the Mounties is that they still have a full quarter and change to work with. Bad news is they're going to have to start moving downfield quickly, but they're doing it so far. Fake throw to the right side is caught. He's got room on the right side and just brought down. Mason Holmes was over there. Howell got the first down, and Malachi Christie was there with Holmes to make the tackle. Looked like for a second he had some room, cut back inside, and ended up running into a tackle right there. But it's good for a first down at the Western Boone 39-yard line. Western Boone trying to avoid the big play like they gave up on the last defensive series. Flag on the play, and it'll be a false start versus Southmont. 5-yard penalty, and it makes it 1st and 15. So a couple big plays in a row for Southmont, and then they make a penalty mistake. And it makes it 1st and 15. We're under a minute in the third quarter here. Clock now running. Play clock at 20 seconds. 23-6, Western Boone leads it. Looking to try and finish this one off as soon as they can. Pass over to the near side. It's caught once again. Boyer's been on target. He had 2 interceptions in the first half, but he's been on target ever since. McCandless unable to break off much. Gets about 4 yards on the 1st and long. Play clock at 25, so if Southmont would like, they could take this to the 4th quarter, but considering the deficit they have, not surprising they are going to go for the play here on 2nd and 11. Boyer sprinting out to the right side. Looked for a second to have a little bit of room, and the tackle made there by Malachi Christie. That'll end the third quarter here, and we're going to take a quick break and get you to the 4th quarter on WBTV Sports after this.
Defender Pilot Service is a proud sponsor of WBTV Sports. Ron Mahoy is a graduate of Western Boone and the owner. He is the right choice to keep you and your oversized loads safe on the highways. Veteran-owned and a retired law enforcement officer, Ron has been dedicated to serving our country and community for his entire life. Give him a call at 765-336-9015 or send him an email at defenderpilotservice@gmail.com.
Whether you are a first-time home buyer or a long-time investor, Moody & Company is there to support you throughout the buying and selling process. Give Weibo grad Jordan Moody and his team a call at 765-336-1622. Let Moody & Company take all the stress out of buying or selling your next home.
Welcome back here. 4th quarter of action. 3rd and 9 for Southmont, down 17 in a 23-6 ball game after the Philip Talbot fake punt on 4th and 3 got Western Boone a touchdown. Southmont trying to respond here. 3rd down and 9. Boyer sprints to the left, fires it over the middle, and it is dropped. Could have been an interception right there. That was over to Dylan Sheets, just unable to secure it. Would have been the 3rd interception that Boyer's thrown tonight.
Yeah, and that would have been a big play for the Western Boone defense. They could have got that ball.
Absolutely. Could have prevented what's going on here. 4th down and long. Mounties are going to have to go for it here. So if Western Boone can stop them, then, no harm, no foul. If they end up getting the first down, that could be a play we can look back on later. Still, though, they've got a 23-6 lead here in the 4th. It's 4th and 9. And you start to consider how much time is left. This could be one of the final hopes for Southmont as Boyer's back to pass. Has some pressure, just going to chuck it downfield. Up for grabs and incomplete. Batted down by Marcus Fortner. Can't cover it much better than that. A little underthrown. And Fortner able to knock it down.
That was a big play by the defense, really switching the momentum back to the Stars.
Fortner's had some big plays today. He had the about 50-yard touchdown on the jet sweep earlier. He had that big 3rd and 18 conversion. One of the top players of the game so far for Western Boone. And he bats that one down to end the Southmont drive. 11:46 Stars. Likely just going to try and run as much off of the game clock as they can. Potter under center. They're looking in that formation right now. And it is a run up the middle. Just for a couple of yards. Jacob Smith again. A little bit shaken up on the play, but he's still out there. Hopefully nothing too serious. 2nd and 7 is the down in yardage here. And a 17-point lead for Western Boone, which they've opened up after having a 16-0 lead, then giving up a touchdown, then going downfield and scoring another to make it a 3-score game. Potter with the hand up the middle again. Southmont defensive line doing what they need to, but Western Boone not too worried just yet. Smith will get about a yard, and it's 3rd down and about 6 from the looks of it. And that is the yardage here. Maybe not too surprising. Western Boone just trying to run things down and give Southmont the ball back with not much time. Trying to seal their 2nd win in a row. Potter is back to pass, though, on this one. Throws an incomplete. Looked towards Mason Holmes. That stops the clock at 10:16. Helps out Southmont a little bit. Every second counts, especially when you're trailing by multiple scores. And Western Boone will be out there to punt it away unless they decide to fake it again, which I don't think that'll happen. But seen Talbot fake one and take it in for a touchdown earlier in the game. I would be shocked if they do it again, though. Talbot takes in the snap and punts it away. Up past the 20-yard line, just trying to find some room. And a heck of a job by the Western Boone special teams to pin McCandless back as far as they could. The tackle finally made by Clayton Unruh, number 72 for Western Boone. Had a big fumble recovery last week for the Stars.
Yeah, Southmont's offense is really going to have to pick it up on this drive, get down the field fast, and score a touchdown if they still want to be in this game.
Absolutely. They'd love to have another play like the one they had earlier, the 99-yard touchdown out of their own end zone. Boyer to McCandless. And we thought maybe there was some momentum for Southmont after that, but Western Boone had a big-time drive to respond. And they took it about 90-something yards. I think 96 is the official count. Southmont gets it back with just about 10 minutes left. Boyer back to pass. He's going to go long. Downfield, wobbly pass is intercepted. Threw it right over to Dylan Sheets there. Clearly something miscommunicated there as Boyer just threw it as far as he could. It was a bit wobbly, and it got picked off for his 3rd interception of the night. He had only 3 going into this game all season, and now he's matched his season total in this game. Play made by Dylan Sheets, who had a dropped one earlier, makes up for it now. And you never want to say a game is sealed at any point, and this one certainly isn't over just yet, but that could be one of the big plays for Western Boone in trying to seal this one. Potter under center. Just going to hand it off to Jacob Smith again. Gets a couple yards. Second down and 8. We're just about 9:30 left in this game. And Carson, looking at this game so far, Western Boone defense picking up where they left off last week. 4 total turnovers forced on defense, including 3 interceptions once again.
Yeah, the Western Boone defense has been, really good for them this season, really keeping them in games and giving them 4 wins total this season.
Absolutely. They've done an excellent job. Handoff up the middle again. Only going to get back to the line of scrimmage, it looks like, is Smith. Maybe picked up 1. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like he just got back to the line. And Western Boone has 9 total interceptions in the last 2 games and 11 total turnovers. And that's the type of formula that they're certainly looking for here. Offense doing what they need to for the vast majority of the night. Putting up 23 points. There have been points this season that the offense has struggled. And Western Boone's had a couple drives where they have struggled, but this has been a big step for them on their season. Potter fakes it, looking to throw. He gets sacked on the play. So that is Dylan Howell. Good news for Southmont as they get the sack and the drive ends. Only bad news is that Potter, with the sack, does keep the clock running, so not the worst play in the world for Western Boone. If he had thrown it away, it would have given Southmont a chance to get the ball back with about 40 extra seconds. And surely here Talbot will just wait as long as he can. So we might be waiting here for a little bit. Clock management has been key in this game. The Stars have done what they can to just try and drain the fourth quarter clock.
Yeah, there's really not much you can do. Up 3 scores and close it in at the end of the fourth quarter. You're just trying to waste as much of the clock as you can.
3 seconds on the play clock. They will punt it away here. Talbot. The punt bounced on the sideline. We'll see where they officially mark it. They mark it at the 24-yard line. A bit wobblier of a punt than some of the others we've seen tonight, but it still does pin Southmont back inside their own 25, where the offense has had their big-time struggles against this Western Boone defense. 4 turnovers, only 1 touchdown scored. A touchdown that was one of the top highlight reel plays you'll see this season in the Sagamore Conference, but other than that, not a lot for the Mounties offense. The Western Boone defense has done the job. Boyer back. And the snap got fumbled, and it looks like Boyer was able to fall on top of it. So it was Woodall who recovered it. And it's another mistake by Southmont, though this one, at the very least for them, they do not turn the ball over.
Yeah, yet another mistake by Southmont and keeps the clock running, which they don't have much of.
Absolutely. Going a little slower than you expect here. Maybe just trying to get the play in whenever they can. We're at 6:44 in this game. And the Mounties have wasted quite a bit of time in between those 2 plays. Snappy with 7 seconds on the play clock. Handoff up the middle. Not going to get much at all. That was Woodall again. 3rd and 14. They're really taking this one slow right now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird for them wasting this much time and going for the run.
Certainly so. Not what you would expect unless they saw a wide open rushing lane, which Didn't look like they did. It's interesting there. Boyer back on 3rd and 14. Looks around, does throw deep and overshot an open man. That was McCandless. Tomes was starting to close in on the play, but overthrown anyway. Incomplete in 4th and 14. And does not look like Southmont will be going for this. It looks like they're just going to punt it away.
You never know. They could be faking it like Western Boone did.
Good point, actually. You never know. 4th and 14. We'll see if they do decide to fake it. They don't. They will just punt it away, and it's not a very far punt. Does take a positive bounce for Southmont, but Western Boone going to get it at their own 44-yard line with 5:45 to go, and the Stars just looking to try and run as much time off as they can. So Western Boone looking to try and seal this victory here and move to 3-2 in conference and 5-2 overall and get ready for next week's game against Danville. We will see, and certainly keep you updated if we can get coverage of that game. And hopefully coverage with no technical problems, but we'll see. And then in a couple weeks, of course, we will have the Lebanon and Western Boone game. That one will be at home. We know for sure we will get that one to cover. First down and 10, 5:45. Potter hands it off. Actually, a bit of a tricky play there. Kept it and then pitched it over to Philip Talbot instead of handing it off to Jacob Smith. And some of the defenders bought it. Did go out of bounds, so the clock did stop, but Talbot able to get about 5 yards. 4-yard pickup, so 2nd and 6. Interesting play design, tricked me out as well. I thought that Smith had it, but Potter ended up keeping it. Handoff here does go to Smith, and he gets a good run and might have a first down here. Depend on the spot. And that is right at the mark. Western Boone gets the first down. The clock is stopped for whatever reason. Might be for getting the first down. And Western Boone is going to be able to move this down to about 5 minutes before they have to run the next play with 12 on the play clock. $5:14 to go. Potter hands it off to Smith, and a good tackle there to prevent anything else. And it was Will Cody who made the tackle, number 62. Loss of 1. Makes it 2nd down and 11. We're under 5 minutes to go here. So Western Boone, assuming nothing miraculous happens in this one, will have walked away with their 2nd straight win and walk into these last couple of matchups against very, very solid and difficult to play Sagamore Conference teams with a little bit more momentum than they had a couple weeks ago after that loss to North Montgomery. Pitch over to Tomes on the right side. Ended up getting a solid gain.
Pitch goes to Toms. Brought down by a quarter of Mounties.
See where they officially mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 40-yard line. Clock will continue to run. Certainly a big win for Western Boone, but Southmont has fought hard in this game. Kept themselves in it for quite a while, especially defensively, getting a couple of 4th and short stops, getting big plays, getting the ball back to the offense. It's been struggles on the offense that have been the big problem for Southmont.
Yeah, especially turning over the ball on offense, like interceptions and fumbles.
Absolutely, 4 of them in this game. Enough here to Smith. And did he stay on his feet? He might have. Looks like they're going to say he did. He was able to get up and get a few extra yards Actually, more than a few, a lot more extra yards, and got the first down.
That was a great play by Smith, like realizing that the refs didn't blow the whistle and getting back up and running the ball for even more yards.
Absolutely. Able to bounce off the tackler and get up and push inside the 20. Western Boone in the red zone, just going to try and get as much time off the clock as they can. And I will say, despite the 3 interceptions, I think Nolan Boyer has played a pretty darn good game for Southmont, especially that huge touchdown to McCandless earlier in the game. He's made some good throws. Smith with room. Nearly broke it away. Only had one tackler in front of him. Could have been a touchdown there. See the timeout here. Southmont called a timeout. Interesting. Not 100% sure why they did that now. Maybe just checking up on the players. But that was pretty quick after the play there. So 2:52 to go. Western Boone inside the Southmont 10. Looking to walk out of here with a 5-2 record and send Southmont down to 4-3. And I think the big turning point in that game, Carson, Western Boone obviously had a big lead at the half, but the point, in my opinion, that really put it away and turned it around is a combination of that 3rd and 18 play from Potter to Fortner and then that fake punt touchdown by Philip Talbot, which really feels like it put the game away here.
Yeah, I really caught Southmont off guard with the fake punt and the 3rd and 18 conversion.
Absolutely. Whoa. Well, bull rushed was Potter and center there. It's an encroachment by Southmont. That's not really a surprise. So now Western Boone at around the 5-yard line is where the ball is marked. They might be able to score another touchdown here. Get you real quick. If we can find them right here. The other games going on in the conference will tell you who's up, who's close, and we'll let you know in just a second after this play. Just a handoff here to Smith, and he got in. Western Boone touchdown for another score. Jacob Smith controlled that drive, and he earned the touchdown there as Western Boone goes up 29-6.
That was a great run by Smith, looking through the defensive line and finding that gap to get in for the touchdown.
Absolutely. Big play right there. Snap here, and the kick up and hit the upright. No good. A second miss of the night for Talbot. So it keeps it 29-6 is what it is now with 2:47.
You don't see that often on PATs, and field goals the dink.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially from Philip Talbot. He's had a really good season kicking so far. And has a second miss of the night. The first one was a low line drive. That one might have been perhaps a low snap or something of the like. It's been a long night. I can't remember exactly. But that one just looked like hit it a little bit wide. Of course, don't want to make a mistake like that. But when you're up already 23 points, not the biggest deal in the world for the Stars.
Yeah, especially closing in the fourth quarter.
Western Boone trying to officially put this one away. In terms of the other scores, a couple of big blowout games in the conference. Tri-West 30-0. What an impressive win they're going to have over North Montgomery, who Western Boone fell to a couple of weeks ago. Tri-West has had a heck of a season. They had that big comeback to beat Western Boone 3 weeks ago. Undefeated in conference still. And Lebanon 35-0 over Crawfordsville at home, as they only have one conference loss. Actually, two, correction there. Kick taken, solid enough return there by McCandless, and Southmont just trying to see what they can do to try and finish this game off on a positive note. In what is a game that they had opportunities in, and were just unable to capitalize on some of them. Boyer looking under pressure, throws it downfield and overthrown, looking for McCandless. Stops the clock again. Malachi Christie, the only star over there, but just a simple overthrow under immense pressure.
That looks like it would have been a touchdown if he was able to get it in the wide receiver's hands.
Certainly looked like it had some room. Christie would have had a shot at the tackle, but the right move could have gotten them into the end zone here. .233 to go. Boyer fakes the pitch and is going to throw again. That one complete, and making the tackle inbounds was Philip Talbot. And that was Wyatt Woodall, who got the catch out of the backfield for a pickup of 3 yards. Running, going to be about under 2 minutes here in just a moment. And a 23-point lead for Western Boone. Just trying to get off the field here and be able to celebrate this win. Boyer looking around on 3rd and 7. Ends up chucking it up for grabs. Did Talbot pick it? Did he get it? He did. What an interception by Philip Talbot. Downfield, dove for the ball and got his second pick of the game. Get you the replay here. We got him up and working now. Boyer just had to throw it off his back foot and certainly got it there. Heck of a play by Talbot.
Yeah, that was great effort by Talbot to run and dive for the ball to get the interception.
So it gives Western Boone the ball back. And you assume here Western Boone are content to just run this thing down however they can. And it looks like they will go into that victory formation. Potter takes a knee here. So good news for the Stars, they win. Bad news for Potter, he's going to lose a couple of yards rushing. But I think he'd rather have the win. Had some good runs in this game as well. Start to wind down here in what has been an eventful night. A lot of big plays, a lot of other stuff for us, but
yeah,
did get it eventually, and we're glad to have everybody watching throughout the night here. Second knee by Potter. He'll have to take one more. He's lost a couple yards on each of these knees. I know he was celebrating the other day, getting out of negative rushing yards for the season.
Yeah.
And I think he'll still have positive for this game, but going to lose a few more. The sacrifice of a quarterback taking a knee. And that'll be the last one. Western Boone gets the victory 23-6 in an eventful game, back and forth for a while, and Western Boone able to finish it off how they wanted to. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with the post-game recap here on WBTV Sports after this.
Cast is brought to you in part by Collins Equipment. Located in Thorntown, Collins Equipment specializes in high-quality used tractors, trucks, and equipment. You can reach Chris Collins at 317-347-0074 or at collinseq@yahoo.com. You can visit their website at collinseq.com as well. Contact Collins Equipment today.
If your car's not running like it should, make sure you bring it to Beasley Automotive, located at 321 South Front Street in Thorntown. Locally owned by Weibo grad Brayton Beasley, that's Beasley Automotive and Performance Repair.
Welcome back here, and we have the defender, pilot, service defender of the game for the second week in a row. I'm going to have to cop out a little bit. I had to pick a couple here for Western Boone. Always pick it for the winning team. Philip Talbot, both for his 2 interceptions in this game and many tackles, and of course the fake punt touchdown he had. Also want to give shout out to Dylan Sheets, who had an interception in this game, as well as Marcus Fortner, who had an interception, and he had a lot of clutch plays on offense as well. So with that, Carson, any final thoughts on this game?
I mean, the defense played really well, which gave the offense the chance to go down the field and score multiple times.
Yeah, great effort overall by the Western Boone defense. Well, thanks for being here, Carson, for the second week in a row coming in clutch.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So, with that, that's Carson DeVall. I'm Blake Marth, Reagan Cox, and Matt Foxworthy on the technical crew. I am Blake Marth saying so long from Southmont. Western Boone wins it 29-6. We'll see you, well, next time we're on.